Hey everyone, it's Will, GamerDad, with another video for you. So this is the third boss that I'm taking on in Area 3. And you can see that there are two bits. There's a beta one, which is the bigger one in front, as well as the alpha one, which is kind of in the back. And they are weak to pierce, so that is one very important weakness to exploit. However, if the beta one is alive, the alpha one does have elemental resistance. Again, not really a problem if you concentrate on the fact that they are pierce vulnerable. So the big bit has a 4-turn rotation, and the small bit has a 5-turn rotation. And the beta bit does hit very big on its third hit, so be very careful about that. And there you see it. So the single target fire physical attack on the third turn of the beta can wipe out any member if you haven't debuffed properly. So unfortunately, Serene's gone, and she is a very good source of our piercing, so we're gonna have to survive without her. Anyways, the fourth turn is an AoE Earth Physical, so if you plan your debuffs and your VCs well, you will be able to survive. So using Mariel's shield to help mitigate turn 3 and 4 damage will help. In my case, I will use Seti's Valor Chant, which has a 20% intelligence reduction, to mitigate turn 4 as well. I actually forgot that he had intelligence debuff, so I'm going to be using him in Otherlands Elzion for some time now. He actually has a lot of benefits to using. First of all, fire attack, which is useful in some of the bosses. He has the Tri-Assault, which can build AF and maintain AF, especially if they're vulnerable to, piercing. And with his Valor Chant, it helps a lot with the speed reduction so that your slower characters can come out first. So after 5 turns, the small bit kind of retreats. In my opinion, I would recommend just concentrating on defending against the big one, because it seems to be the one that can hurt quite a bit with its AoEs on turn 1 and 4. And of course, the single target that can wipe out a single character on turn 3 of its rotation. Also keep in mind, you do have to beat both of them, and if you AoE when the small one's not there, you will waste your AoE, your AF. So remember to save your full bar AF until both of them return. And the second small one will return 3 turns after it leaves and kind of start its rotation again. Also, it's similar to the Abetos brothers. If you only kill one, the other one will be going into AoE mode and wipe your party. So make sure you kill both in one round. Unfortunately, my team's a little bit crippled without having Serene. They are resistant to Earth, so that's not going to really help. And of course, Lokito's fists don't pierce anything. Okay, well, I'm not going to leave Mariel in the front line when I do my AF, because she has no abilities at this point, other than supportive. So I'm going to manage using Suzette's and Leclerc's VC to increase our power and debuff the enemies. And I'm going to run one full AF here and see if I can kill them all. Again, remember that you do have to kill both. So in this case, I do have the Tri-Assault in the second slot, and I have the Blaze attack on the third. And so in this case, I'm really trying to tap his separately to maintain Tri-Assault, because once he boosted his attack a couple of times, his Tri-Assault does a ton of damage on these Pierce weakness. Okay, so I was still able to beat the boss. Hopefully you learn from my mistake and don't get single hit for, enough damage to kill off one character. But if you do have a lot of piercing, you will have a fairly easy time. So, on to boss 4. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.